Go to the best sports channel on YouTube, Hot Garbage Sports with me, Coach Ryan T. The Islanders do it. The impossible. They knock off the $97 million Tampa Bay Lightning and take game one. 3 more games to victory. What an unbelievably wide open game. If you just open your phone, check your app, TSN Score, ESPN, whatever you're following, you'd think this was a defensive battle. This was a goaltender battle, certainly, but this game was wide open. 31 shots from both teams, neutral zone play, turnovers all over the place. Very uncharacteristic turnovers from the New York Islanders. Very uncharacteristic turnovers from the Tampa Bay Lightning. Islanders take advantage on one nasty turnover from the Islanders. But what was the true story of this game? And did the New York Islanders beat the Tampa Bay Lightning, or did the Tampa Bay Lightning lose to the New York Islanders? What does that mean? Well, Islanders fans are fuming. All the media is talking about right now is what Tampa Bay did wrong to lose the game. They're not giving the Islanders any credit for winning the game. We're going to give the Islanders full marks for winning this game in this video. So stick with us to the end. Let's break down not only the goals, because everyone's going to break down the goals. Let's break down this game. Let's break down the turnovers. Let's see how the Islanders ended up winning this series. And is this trouble for Tampa Bay? Stay tuned. Roll the intro.
Here's Lemieux. The center penalty coming up. Look at Lemieux.
So first things first, when you take a look at the shots in this game, yes, they were even, but Tampa Bay got nasty chances against the Islanders. Normally, the Islanders team defense keeps pucks to the outside. It's a trap style defense. In the Islanders D zone, the Islanders pride themselves on keeping pucks to the outside and keeping a reduction of chances in the middle, meaning when a puck hits Varlamov or Sorokin, previously, he's never getting back in after this game. When the puck ends up hitting the Islanders goaltender and pops out into the middle, it is always a New York Islander that ends up having the puck. Barry Trotz has designed this team, I personally think, very similarly to the early 2000s New Jersey Devils. The Dallas Stars played a similar system back in the day. So did the Buffalo Sabres. It was kind of a dead zone for hockey. It was really just, well, a lot of team defense. This game wasn't that, though. There was a ton of offense going both directions, and the Islanders end up winning the battle of attrition because of goaltending. Very strange, considering Vasilesvskiy is definitely the best goaltender left in this series, even over Price and Fleury, who are fantastic options. Varlamov is not weak, but we said in our preview up above, the one thing to look out for is, can Varlamov keep pace with these other elite goaltenders? And after today, the answer is unequivocally yes. If the Islanders continue to let chances like this happen, Tampa Bay is going to crawl back into the series and make it a real problem for New York. So we'll see if Trotzy can move them back to the outside. Let's go ahead and take a look at the shot locations so you can get a better idea of what I'm talking about. So what we have here are the New York Islanders shots on the Tampa Bay Lightning. Pink highlighter, little black spots. These end up being goals. If you take a look at the shot distribution, this is pretty normal. You have a few shots coming here from the point. If you take a look at the shots that come in what we call the home plate area, and I'm going to draw it for you. So here you go, you have your home plate, and any puck that ends up getting shot from the home plate is a pretty good scoring chance. This is a very normal distribution for a hockey game. You end up having about 50% of the pucks, and that's very good by the New York Islanders penetrating the home plate of the Tampa Bay Lightning. These are dangerous chances. Vasilesvskiy, though, stood on his head and kept most of these out of the net. This is a very normal distribution of shots. Nothing wrong with this by the New York Islanders. But let's go ahead and take a look at the Tampa Bay Lightning so you can see what I'm talking about. So this is nasty. The Tampa Bay Lightning were able to get almost 85% of their shots inside the home plate. That's very dangerous. But the great news is Varlamov was able to handle those shots with brilliant saves, and the defense and offense of the New York Islanders were able to clear out rebounds, so there's no third or second chances when it mattered the most. That's how you end up winning hockey games in the playoffs. The New York Islanders pride themselves on keeping most of the pucks outside to this yellow highlighted area. These are where shots are very undangerous. They call these red chances. So when we're talking red and green chances, what we're talking about is the quality of scoring chance. A green chance is very difficult for a goalie to stop. It usually isn't on the goalie if they can't make the save. Red chances are absolutely on the goalie. A goalie should stop 98 to 99% of shots that are red chances. So when we're talking about the quality of chance, we're talking about this thing called the Royal Road. The Royal Road ends up dividing the ice into, as you can see, right here. Just draw a line down the middle of the rink. That's the Royal Road. Number 1 in purple highlighter. any chance that goes across the Royal Road east to west becomes a green chance. These are very difficult to stop because of the angle they change for the goaltender. The second best opportunity you can get is a north to south angle change on a goaltender. Anything that is going from below the goal line up to the circle somewhere, that ends up being very, very difficult on goaltenders. And the third type of green chance you can get are shots that are coming from the home plate area because they're screens, they're tips, they're nasty deflections, bouncing pucks. These are very difficult pucks for goalies to stop. And you can see from that shot distribution just how damn good Varlamov was today. He is the MVP for the Islanders, and doesn't matter that it's just one player right now. Maybe next game it's the Islanders team defense keeping it to the outside. These are how teams support each other to win, so good job, Islanders. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the clips too today, because turnovers were definitely a killer for both teams, and that's the battle in the playoffs. Turnovers, baby. Turnovers, turnovers, turnovers. All right, so here's the first one. Josh Bailey down at the below on the bottom of your screen. Don't turn the puck over at the blue line. We've heard it a million times. Terrible place to turn it over. You can see that the Islanders are waiting to make a strong mid-lane drive. All you want to do here if you're getting pinched off by your player is chip it in down low. He's unable to do that. Tampa Bay forces a turnover. It ends up going the other way. And you can see your turnover at the bottom of the screen. It's already started now.
We'll get to the
Blake Coleman does a wonderful job turning this puck over. It ends up going the opposite way. That turnover turns into Coleman at the top of your screen, ends up getting a shot in on Varlamov, but because Varlamov eats that rebound, nothing for Tampa Bay. Ooh, danger was coming. Danger, Will Robinson. So turnover number 2 happens in the Islanders' own zone by their superstar, Adam Pelech. Very weird play for him. Pelech ends up picking up a puck. And yes, Steven Stamkos is an elite player. There's no question. The captain of the Tampa Bay Lightning ends up squeezing Pelech off at the boards here. And what a scary, scary turnover for Pelech. Ends up being a fantastic shot. Varlamov makes the save. What should Pelech do here? Pelech should eat the puck on the wall, wait for support. Don't force it up the wall if you don't have to. So you can see there, he ends up getting checked. Puck's going to move up to here into a very dangerous spot. And a result of that play is a shot right in the middle of the house, in the slot, whatever you want to call it, home plate. There's a lot of names for it. Cirelli is a goal scorer. He doesn't end up putting this one in. Varlamov standing on his head. Great game, Varlamov. All right, so Coleman ends up with the puck here, makes an absolutely horrible turnover to Pageau. We've been talking about this on this series, that the 3 centermen for the Islanders are deep, 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 and the veteran line of Pageau, Palmieri, and Zajac, what a trade, ends up almost making them pay for it. So Coleman here will turn the puck over. Pageau with an excellent forecheck. Terrible play by Coleman. Better play by Pageau. Palmieri almost ends up putting one in. So there's the quick little turnover by Pageau. Palmieri knocks the puck out of midair, and now all of a sudden you have a 1-2-3-on-1. This is danger, danger, Will Robinson again. Now, taking a look at this scoring play here, you have a few options here if you're Palmieri. Yeah, you can absolutely bump it out here to Pageau, which is a great idea because there is a stick in your lane, but there's one more pass that needs to be made here, in my opinion, when you're playing an elite goaltender. So that puck ends up moving to the side. Palmieri is looking for a shot, but Vasilesvskiy's just too good. You might have been able to sauce that over to Zajac on the right-hand side, and that may have been worth the risk of getting intercepted here. Hard to tell. The game moves 100 miles an hour. Great save by Vasilevskiy. Fantastic, fantastic turnover by Pageau. Great play by Palmieri to get on that puck and get the loose puck. This is just really well done. We end up having Beauvillier down low. He gets trapped. That's all right. Palat ends up with the puck. He's going to move it over to Cernak, but you got 1, 2, 3 New York Islanders ready to pinch Cernak off. Nasty little turnover. You're Cernak. You just got to chip this high and off the glass, but he doesn't. Great job by the Islanders. Almost puts in a goal over it. There's the move up the wall to Cernak.
chance here.
And we can see Cernak tries to put it through to New York Islanders. Not what you want to do, especially with Beauvillier behind the play here. This is danger. Great chance by the Islanders. They end up going off the crossbar. This close, almost had it. Okay, so big play right here. This is the goal, first goal of the game. Stamkos brutal play. Somewhere back in the play here, you end up seeing a line change from the New York Islanders. This is how Barzell sneaks on. A lot of people are going to talk about this line change like it was something special. It's a normal time to change. There is nothing that the Tampa Bay defense did wrong here, in my opinion. Barzell's incredibly fast. He torched him a few times this game. Stamkos is the captain here, has to know better. This needs to be dumped in, and frankly, a nice hard dump, because you have a player down here on the left-hand side that can end up beating it. So just rim it around the boards. Easy zone entry, but he doesn't do that. He makes a cute pass across the middle and it ends up costing them. Now, what's funny is he makes one pass. It ends up going off of the Islanders player first and comes back to Stamkos' stick, giving him extra room. That's hilarious. Now that he's got extra room, he doesn't want to dump it in, but he definitely should. Because he doesn't, the Islanders end up picking it off. There is a danger spot here. Stamkos doesn't identify it. So there you go, pinched off. Puck comes over here to Josh Bailey, and we know what happens next. Bailey sends the puck to Barzel. No chance for Vasilesvskiy. And what you see right here is the resulting play. Andrei Vasilesvskiy makes a really good play. Barzell looks like he's going to cut over left to right here, and goalies make this decision in 0.001 of a second. But you can see he moves his stick into the lane here to stop Barzell from cutting over, but Barzell's too freaking elite. You end up opening up this entire 5-hole. That's a lot of daylight. Barzell scores 1-0. Okay, so last highlight of the night is the second goal here by Ryan Pulock. Ryan Pulock ends up getting a puck that is won by two New York Islanders. This should never be lost by Tampa Bay. So the Tampa Bay winger is trapped down here in a 3-versus-2 battle. There's nothing wrong with this. When you outnumber your opponents like this, you should come out with a puck. This is a good high-pressure check by Tampa Bay. They just get outworked by two New York Islanders, and that puck ends up getting won back to Ryan Pulock. So first off, Pulock never should get this shot because Tampa Bay needs to win this battle. So you can see here, Palat gets outboxed, which is just, it's incredible. Like, I cannot believe you get outboxed. So great job by the Islanders winning that puck. Watch it come back here. Pulock ends up dragging the puck across the ice, and the puck ends up squeezing in under and between the blocker and the ribcage of Vasilesvskiy. This isn't a good goal. Like, I'm not knocking the Islanders for this goal. You absolutely take it. Great shot. Vasilevsky's got to have this. He doesn't. This is why I'm saying he got outdueled by Varlamov. So Varlamov ends up outdueling him. If you go ahead and take a look at where the shots came from, the quality of chances, the amount of green chances, the fact that this game was wide open, Vasilevskiy played excellent. He gave his team every chance to win, but the Islanders just beat him. If you're winning 3-on-2 battles for a puck, you deserve to win the game. If you are able to exploit elite veteran players, $97 million of veteran players. There's no rookies carrying weight on this team. This is a very seasoned team. If you're able to exploit and cause turnovers like you did this way, you deserve to win the game. The Islanders do an excellent job and take game one. Now, the Islanders have lost game one in the first two series and end up winning in 6. Will this end up changing their fortune? I'm not sure, but rolling the 4 lines right now like the Islanders are doing, they're up 1-0. Islanders fans are stoked. Tampa Bay is not worried because they got a ton of chances in the spots they should have had. Game 2 will definitely tell the story, but the Islanders have already done their job. They stole one in Tampa Bay. Good for you, New York Islanders. Well, this has been Coach Ryan D. Like, subscribe, stay tuned with us. We'll cover this series the whole way. Thanks for being here.